Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 9 June 2022. It is GEC Rendezvous Eve. Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale. I'll be handling this sale from the lobby at Cross Creek Resort, Titusville, PA. So thanks for keeping me company while I'm away from home. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping. As always, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I will post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I'll also reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you will find 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. Kind of gives you the philosophy for how we do things and the mechanics of how it all works. If you're new to this weekly event, I really encourage you to watch that. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That explains how this process all works for the consignor. So if you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection, that video will be a great help. And the third link, as always, is my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the description, the all-important description, you'll find those 3 links, then the terms of the sale, and at the bottom you'll find the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, prices on the right, and in that pricing column you'll usually see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of the knife as shown, and the one to the right as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. And if you do elect to get a knife sharpened this week, expect it to ship in about 3 weeks. No next day sharpening this week because I'm not home. However, my wife and daughters are home and they're heavily armed, just in case you were wondering. And they're better shots than I am. So, I think that's about it for housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Let's see, we've got 4 leftovers from last week, and we'll get right into those. The first one comes in this beautiful little zippered pouch, and I'll just fling that open and we'll talk about it. We have a certification from Blade Gallery for this one. This is the Herucus Blomerus LL06 flipper with burgundy linen micarta and zirconium bolsters and an IKBS bearing system. Handmade, one of a kind. 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle, 90 thousandths blade stock. At the heel, let's see, thickness near bolster 110. Okay. 3.6 ounces. Differentially finished N690 stainless steel, 59 Rockwell. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here is the knife. What a little beauty it is. So you've got polished flats, hand-rubbed satin on the primary hollow grind and the swedge. There is your zirconium, very intricately milled and anodized. You've got a milled titanium clip with ceramic ball retention. Bronze anodized titanium liners on this one. There's your lock engagement. By the way, it's rock solid. Super sweet IKBS action. Centering is dead. Condition on this knife, it's near mint to like new. Flipping action, stupendous. Beautiful South African craftsmanship on this knife. I mean, beautiful. Definitely very near mint in box. These are out of stock, brand new at web retailers. When they were available, they were $7.50. We ran this last week for $5.50, then dropped it to $4.95 for the weekend. This is the last price you're going to see on this one, guys. If it doesn't sell for this, it's going home. $4.50. $4.50 like it is. $4.70 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Herucus Blomerus LL06. Next up, in our last South African offering, this comes in a bright blue zippered pouch. We have a Blade Gallery certification for this one. This is from A2 Knives, joint venture of Andre Thorburn and Andre Van Heerden. And this is their... I'm sorry, you know what? That says A2 Knives, but it's not. It's just a Van Heerden. It's an Andre Van Heerden M38 flipper with black G10, 4.2-inch blade, 5.05-inch handle, do the math, 5.4 ounces of total weight. And this is a big knife, guys. 3D carved black G10, IKBS, and M390. I'd say that handle is a little Benchmade 710-y. It's so cool, man. It's like a peach seed carving on the G10. A proprietary pivot design, a pillared spring blue anodized titanium clip, blue anodized liners, nice flipper tab, thwacky action, kind of a modified sheep's foot blade, polished flats, hand rubbed horizontal satin on that full height hollow grind. Blade length is, by my measurement, 4 3/16. The handle is 5 3/16. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Let's see how that IKBS drops shut. Heavy blade. Thwacky action. Rock solid lockup. Perfect centering. Condition on this one, very near mint. I don't know, there might be a slight wear mark just in the spine on the titanium, but very little, very little. Let's see. We ran this one last week at $4.95 and then dropped it to $4.50 for the weekend. This week, probably your last and final chance, $4.20 like it is. $4.45 sharpen. That is the Andre Van Heerden M38. Next up, this knife is a super bargain. It does come in the wrong box, but it is a Hogue. It is not an EXA01, it's an EXA05. And here's the knife. Very nicely milled aluminum handle. Hard anodized black, and then you've got your black and gray G-Mascus inlays. I think this knife is supposed to ship with a lefty clip, but I don't have it, just so you know. It is a side folding automatic with safety, and it is a very positive safety, much like in 1911. Thwacky action. That looks like it looks like DLC, something like that anyway. Yes, it is. Very Elishewitz, kind of a harpoon spear point, CPM 154. You got a 3.5-inch blade, a 4 5/8 handle. I wrote slight edge wear right there. Very slight. So we'll call it near mint in box. By the way, action centering lockup, all perfect. Very thwacky, rock solid lockup. And can you see the centering? It is perfect. Let's see. Web retail on these is $229. They are in stock and available. We ran this last week at $180. It didn't sell. Dropped it to $160 for the weekend. Man, I know it's kind of strange looking, but it's so nice in the hand. You can even creep up on it. It's still nice. $140 this week, guys. That's a freaking steal. $160 if you like my edge on it. That is the Hogue EXA05 Auto. Next up, I can't believe you guys were sleeping on this one. From Benchmade, it's a black class knife. It's a 3350 BK Mini Infidel. The rattle in the box is the Molly clip. It comes in that work of art tactical sheath. So Molly capable, belt capable, and you just pull the flap and that super strong snap comes open, and you can extricate the knife. You've got a black hard anodized aluminum handle and a double-edged blade, D2 steel. Very good lockup for an out the front automatic. Medium firm button effort. 100% reliable. Just the slightest bits of corner wear on that aluminum handle. Clip is pretty unmolested. Of course, that logo is a little Boba Fett from the factory. So, what are these things? Like $350 or something? $395 web retail? We ran it at $325 last week and then dropped it to $295 for the weekend. Guys, it's worth more than that, but we're going to do $275 this week. $275. No need to sharpen that dagger blade. That is the 3350 Mini Infidel from Benchmade. Next up, all the fresh stuff now, guys. This is such a cool knife. It is the 535 BK-1903 Knife Center exclusive Bugout. We've got an S30V blade, and then we've got the Battle Wash Grivery. So it's red grivery, coated black, and then tumbled, or something like that. And it's just going to look better as it ages. You get the parkerized or black oxide type shorty deep carry clip, red aluminum thumb studs, red aluminum standoffs, DLC coated blade. Oh, nope, black Cerakote, I'm sorry. S30V is the blade steel. I got rock solid lockup. I got free drop in action. Just hit my camera. And centering on this one is it dead? It's dead. You go, Benchmade. So, let's see. These are discontinued and out of stock. I think they were like $160 at Knife Center when they were available. One sold listing on eBay is all I could find. It sold at $250. How about for this one? $145, like it is. $165 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Benchmade 535 BK-1903. Next up. Here you go, boys. Here you go. It's a blue box from Benchmade, and inside it resides a 940-1. And this 940-1 is like new in the box. Carbon fiber, blue hard anodized aluminum standoffs, sort of an acidy stonewash blade of CPM S90V. Let's evaluate the blade, because that's the all-important factor on a 940. Because they don't give you a lot of breadth, so you want to make sure they didn't over sharpen at the factory. We got a long tip, we got a broad blade, we got no recurve, and we have a nice beard. Lots of blade left. It's a beauty. This is wearing a parkerized deep carry clip. If you don't like that, you can swap it to the parkerized Emerson clip that's included. Almost a free dropper, about as free as it needs to be. Rock solid lockup. And what can it be? Can it be so? Yes. That centering's on the money. Like new in box. Have you priced these lately? Minimum advertised web price for those is $288. Now this one, a beautiful example. Beautiful. Don't have to worry if you're getting a good one. $245 like it is. $270 with an TheApostleP Edge. Next up, this is kind of like the knife of the sale, but it's not the Rob's pick. Early birds get a shot at this one. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Gold class knife. Gold class knife. It is the 710-142 McHenry & Williams. Yeah, good luck buying it for that now, boys. Inside the big box, you've got the clamshell inner box. Pouch, goodies. I have the card out so I can show it to you. Oh. Not only is the 710 discontinued, these are definitely discontinued. Comes with its certificate of authenticity and information card. I should have taken it out of the plastic, but you know, I'm just not that bright. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. The 710-142 patented axis lock mechanism, modified clip point blade in rose damasteel carbon fiber handles with blue C-Tech inlays, anodized blue aluminum barrel spacers, full stainless steel liners, reversible tip-up black oxide pocket clip. Knife number 210, made June 19th of 2014. Would you like to see the knife? I bet you would. Oh. And I don't know if you can see it, but that carbon fiber is 3D machined, much like the old black and blue, that same sort of milled crowning. Notice how in the C-Tech, you can kind of see through to the lightning holes, especially with the blade closed. See? Very cool. Parkerized Emerson clip. Blackened stainless steel liners, perfect blade centering. And then there's this. Oh my. Oh my. And the engraved number 210. Oh. So, lockup is rock solid. Blade drops free. Centering is beautiful. Condition, like new in the box. So yeah, they were $600 new. They're gone, long gone. There was one sold listing on eBay. I would assume it was a knife this nice, because this is like new in the box, with all of its box and paperwork. That knife sold, transacted at $8.99. This one can be yours. $6.50 like it is, and $6.85 if you want me to sharpen it. You don't want me to sharpen it. Trust me. That is the Benchmade 710-142 Gold Class. Next up, here comes a pretty doggone special little knife. I'm kind of kicking myself because my seller underpriced himself. And I helped him up a little bit, and then I kind of looked at it and I thought, man, I kind of like that. So it's a Spyderco, and it's a Seki City Spyderco, and it says Dragonfly CF CPM CruWear. What? Check out that little beauty. That is solid carbon fiber, but not peel ply. Smooth satiny on top. Blackened deep carry paperclip clip, and then a DLC coated blade in CPM CruWear. Rock solid lockup, nice free action. Hard to see it, but the centering is perfect. The condition is like new in the box. They're long discontinued and out of stock, and this was a distributor exclusive for Almadon LLC. I'm not sure what retailers had them. 3 of these have recently sold on eBay, all at the same price, because they're discontinued and out of stock. Those each sold for $255 each. This one can be yours. $180 like it is. $200 with my edge on it. That is the Spyderco Dragonfly CF DLC CruWear. Next up, Well, if you thought that 710 was special, we have a very special Spyderco. This is the 40th anniversary edition of the Spyderco Native 5 with a fluted carbon fiber handle, polished clip, bright hardware, golden Colorado midlock, and check this out. Oh my Lord. Oh, this is the DS93X Thor pattern from Damasteel. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope the camera's doing this justice because it is gorgeous. And that beautiful 40th anniversary etch. Gorgeous handle. I mean gorgeous. Man, what a knife in the hand. Oh. Bushing pivot, super free. Centering is dead. I mean dead. Gorgeous knife. Condition like new in pouch. They're discontinued and out of stock. Not too many completed sold listings on eBay, but there is a current one. No bids yet, but it's an auction and the opening bid is $600. This one, we're not going to hold you up. $375 like it is $395 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Spyderco Native 5 40th anniversary. CF and DAM for Damasteel. Next up, we're sticking with Spyderco and we're staying in golden Colorado, USA Earth. We got a Yojimbo 2 in CPM M4. This would be that Blade HQ dealer exclusive. The natural or Jade or Ghost G10, showing off the black hardware. DLC blade in, did I mention it's CPM M4? Michael Janich design, rock solid lockup. Nearly a free dropper. I'm sure it's a great flicker. It is. Compression lock. Perfect centering. And rock solid lockup. Condition on this, like new in the box. These have crept up on the secondary market. They're out of stock and they just keep going up. eBay sold listings between $335 and $340. Must have been a small sample size, but I don't think it's worth that much. How about let's do $200 like it is, $225 with an TheApostleP Edge. Spyderco Yojimbo 2 Jade DLC M4. Next up, a knife that I sharpened. I might have even sold this to my consignor years ago. It's a Spyderco. This one from Taichung. It is a Domino Blue. Now, I do not have the original clip, but I think that blue anodized satin finish Casey Lynch clip looks beautiful on here. Oh, I mean, does that work or what? Yeah. Blue twill or blue weave carbon fiber. Leaf-shaped blade and CTS XHP. Wearing an TheApostleP Edge. And did I did. I stropped this up. Had a couple little hairy spots, and it is like a laser now. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful centering, and it's got typical small bearing flipping action. You have to be a little purposeful. You can misfire it. Lots of lock bar tension for those little bearings. But squared away, very near mint in box with my edge and a beautiful clip. They're discontinued, they're out of stock. Believe it or not, there was one of these that sold recently on eBay. It was a best offer accepted, but the original buy it now price was $4.99 and it sold for something. It's not worth that. Let's do 180, no need to sharpen. This is in your inventory of Spyderco Domino Blue CF TAP for TheApostleP, because I sharpened it. Next up, I teased you about this one in my heads up video yesterday. This is a Protech, and this is a Blade Show 2021 release. The Runt 5 Reverse Tanto Stonewashed Bronze Handle, Mike Irie Hand Ground, and Mirror Blade. Limited edition number 7 of 40. Look at that, would you? Oh. And look at the mosaic pin button. Deep carry clip. And listen to this thwack. Yeah. Oh. 154 cm, a 1 15/16 blade. I think that makes it California legal. Lockup is rock solid. The centering is beautiful. And you saw the action. Better be hanging on to it. Let me get my fingerprints off it so I can show it to you one more time in all its polished glory. Oh. Yep. So, yeah. Blade HQ had some of these. I don't think they were the numbered version, but they ran at $350. I don't think you can buy one of these 40 new. So we're going to do, and this one is like new in the box. We're going to do $350 on this one. $370 with an ApostleP Edge. That's the Protech Runt 5 Blade 21 Brass. Next up, we have one from Kizer. This is in the old coffin box that Kizer used to make. It's the KI 3525A4 Yorkie. Pretty cool little knife. Black blade, black hardware, black canvas micarta. Not deep carry, but a milled titanium clip. M390 blade. 2 9/16 inches in length, spear point affair. It's a ball bearing flipper. Stainless steel liner lock. Don't know if you can see the engagement real well, but it's nice. Lockup is rock solid. It's like new in the box. Just a great little EDC, as long as you're not left-handed. These, I think, are in stock at your favorite web retailer for $119. This one, like new in the box, and a perfect example. Let's do $95, shipped priority mail. $115 with my edge on it. It's the Kizer KI 3525A4 Yorkie. Next up, oh, I love these. It's a Boker, probably a Boker Plus, and it's probably a Kalashnikov, probably made in China, but it's kind of interesting. It is not an automatic. This is the Boker Kalashnikov KAL 74 Anniversary Edition. A very cool smoky gray, hard anodized finish on that aluminum handle set. A deep carry pocket clip, ribbed for your pleasure. But this, guys, is a manual action thumb stud knife. Saber ground, little recurve speary point with a fuller and CTS XHP blade steel. Didn't see that coming, did you? 1947 to 2017, 70 years of Kalashnikov awesomeness. There's your engagement on the stainless steel liner lock. Lockup is dead solid. Centering is, I see it favoring the left just so slightly. Very Rat 1-like in deployment, which is a really good thing. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. This is number 512 of 1500. Unobtainium. Couldn't find a listing for one of these sold anytime recently. It's got to be worth $75. And that's how much it is. 95 with my edge on it. That's the Boker Kalashnikov KAL 74 Anniversary. Next up, this is an interesting knife. It's from Great Eastern Cutlery's Northfield Unexcelled product line, and it is a number 23 Trapper, model 235220, in antique autumn natural bone. So it's a 1095 knife, 4.5 inches of closed length, a closed end knife, so the tangs come flush with the end and the back spring is very nearly flush, keeps debris out of there. There is your antique autumn natural bone, so not jigged or flattened, right? Just hafted. You've got a main drop point with a slight bit of naturally occurring patina. Pull weight is 8. Secondary blade is a spay blade. Knife's been used a little bit. Got some very fine scratching and a little bit of patina. Looks like it's been sharpened. Now, I've got a note that says it's a factory second. And the only thing I can figure, it's got, and now it's kind of gone away. There's a very slight bit of side play. Maybe it was over sharpened at the factory because I see there's no sharpening choil. But I think it's been sharpened. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was just poorly sharpened at the factory. But anyway, plenty of blade left. But walk and talk are beautiful. Centering is beautiful on both blades. But because it says factory second, and by the way, it doesn't say second anywhere on the knife, just that note that I could find. One of these knives in this configuration sold recently on eBay at $228, but because of the checkered past, we're going to do $135 on this one. $135 like it is, $165 I sharpened both blades. That's in your inventory is GEC Northfield, number 23 Pioneer Trapper, AANB for the bone, and second. And gotta turn the page. Next up, another from Great Eastern Cutlery. This time it's a Titty Pioneer, number 23, 235220 in Woodland micarta with a Pioneer Trapper button. Oh, and there's a knife too. So same as the last knife in configuration, 4.5 inches curved handle swell center trapper, little federal shield, Woodland micarta. That's a jigged kind of muslin canvas, satin hardware, main drop point, and pull weight on this one, we're going to say 8.5. Secondary spay. Yeah, it's a snapper. Both blades beautifully centered, but I got a hint of side play. I told my consignor, I don't know if I've ever seen a 23 with side play, but you've got a couple. Let's see. On this one, let's do, and it's like new in tube with button. Let's do 140 on this one. 170, I sharpen both blades. Be careful in your I'll take it. This is in your inventory as GEC Titty number 23 Pioneer Trapper 2 blade. Because I have one that looks just like it, but it's not the same configuration, and it's coming up next. Titty Cutlery Pioneer Trapper, model 235120L with button. Here's the knife. So 4.5 inch curved handle, trapper, closed end, swell center, single drop point. Get a Pioneer etch there. I can get it to show up for you. There we go. And there's your liner lock that rests on the top of the blade tang, not on the back. And pull weight on this one, 8.5. Walk and talk, perfect. Centering down the middle. And I think no side play on this one. Like new in tube with button. Let's do 160 like it is. 180 with an TheApostleP Edge. The GEC Titty number 23 Pioneer Trapper single LL for liner lock. Next up, another from GEC Titty Cutlery. This is a beaver tail from that Oregon Knife Collectors Club thing. Model 235120L in jigged Brazilian cherry. So you're going to get the beaver tail. Shield, 4.5 inch, number 23. Closed end, jigged Brazilian cherry. Single drop point blade, and there should be a beaver tail etch. Liner lock. Very snappy. Pull weight 8.5. And there might be some side play, but if there is, it's very slight. Like new in the tube. Let's do 160 like it is, 180 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's in your inventory as GEC Titty at number 23, Oregon Trapper, single LL for liner lock. Next up, somebody needs to jump on this because you know what? Those 23s are big knives. They're kind of heavy in the bottom of a pocket. So, since we've got 4 of them to sell, we also have one of these. This is the Great Eastern Cutlery belt pouch with flap, 2-tone leather, beautifully made. This will accommodate that 4.5 inch closed length pocket knife. It is like new, no packaging. Let's do $30, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the GEC leather belt pouch with flap. Next up, I teased you guys about this in yesterday's heads up video. And frankly, it's going to hurt. I got 2 of my GECs coming up for sale. I know that not everybody can make it to a rendezvous, and even those who do have a hard time buying the knives that they want to buy in the store. So this is my offering to you. 2 of my personal favorites for sale. The first, from Roy Humanic's SFO series of Whittlers from Great Eastern Cutlery, we've got the big boy, the number 98 American Whittler in Snakewood, model 981316. One of 50 or so, and Roy did me right on that Snakewood, wouldn't you say? Oh, my Lord. So what we have here, boys, is 4 13/16 inches of large cigar pattern split back Whittler. Notice the brass wedge backspacer. Just showing off, Bill. Showing off. Cam tang for the main blade. A long cut swedge. Nail neck. Slight recurve clip point. Pull weight is about 7.5. Nice walk and talk. Very positive. Perfect centering. Then we've got a secondary pen on a half stop. Perfect walk and talk. And a secondary sheep's foot on a half stop. Everything beautifully lined up. This knife has never been carried. I thought I saw just a little tiny speck of bleed onto the bolster. So I'm going to call it near mint, but it's really like new. There are no price references for this knife. None. They just aren't sold. This one's going to be sold today. I sure hope so. Well, it'd be all right if it's not. $395 like it is. $435. I sharpen all 3 blades. I wouldn't make it a user. But if you want me to, I'll sharpen it for $435. That's the GEC number 98 American Whittler. Next up, and my second offering to you guys on Rendezvous Weekend, from the Titty line of Great Eastern Cutlery, we have a number 933119 ram foot in Oily Creek bone. Not only is it a 93 ram foot. Not only is it wearing oil country specific Oily Creek bone, not only does it have a ram foot blade, but it's also got a Patty's potato peeler edge. It's also wearing an TheApostleP Edge. Now, I have used this knife a little bit, so you might see a hairline here or there, but the edge is still quite sharp. So it's 3 7/8 inches closed length, a little sway back affair. Big knife, actually. A very good user, great draw cutter. It's about a 7.5 pull, perfect walk and talk and centering. Near mint in tube. Sold listings on eBay running between $200 and $350. This one can be yours, all sharpened up and ready to go to work. $190, no need to sharpen. The GEC Titty number 93 Ramfoot TAP. Next up, you know, I had the twin to this knife last week, and I think one of my early birds got it. So you guys just had to watch it with no chance to buy it. From Winkler Knives, we've got an SD1 with maple handle, and just saying maple does not do this knife justice. Okay, so I'm gonna hide the handle from you. There's that legendary Winkler sheath, Kydex, spring belt clip, leather lined, quiet as a mouse. Oh, and here's the handle. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Now my consignor, he said he lives just a few miles from, who is it? Monkey Edge. And when he buys knives, he goes in there and he picks through them. And look at that maple. Man, gorgeous. Anyway, 80 CRV2 steel. Caswell black oxide blade coating. Gorgeous little ramped clip point. I mean, that's just beautiful. Superb jimping. There's your Winkler Knives maker mark. Tapered tang. Blade length is 3 1/4. Handles 3 3/4. So good in the hand. Black pins, like new in the box. Web price on these at Monkey Edge is $295. This one can be yours. Shipped, priority mail, all in, ready to go. $250 like it is. And I have a sharpening price, but that's the best factory Winkler convex edge I've ever seen. Just so you know. So $250 like it is, $270 with my edge. The Winkler Knives SD1. Next up, from Heretic Knives, we've got the Hydra Stonewash blade. You've got your Heretic deep carry clip. This is a single action out the front automatic. What do you think of that handle shape? I'm here to tell you it's good in the hand. So here's the deal. It only springs out, and it's got a little thumb safety. Okay, the button is under the safety. Holy moly. And then to retract, push the button, and then you pull the ripcord with the little carbon fiber handle. So, handle length is 5 3/8. The blade is CPM 154, hollow ground and stonewashed. Let's see. Pretty standard, better than standard lockout play. Hard anodized aluminum handle. Condition on this will be like new in the box. They're out of stock everywhere when they were available. At least in this configuration, they're out of stock. Other colorways are available. When they were available, they were $425 at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours for $350, like it is, $350. $370 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Heretic Hydra single action OTF automatic. Next up, I teased you about this one yesterday. It's so cool to have a Medford in Greg Medford week of Blade Show. There's the box. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, too bad. You got an inner pouch. You got, well, they got a warranty card now. Let's see. Let's see if it's as friendly as the last one. I'm not going to read it. Look, there he is. Isn't he cute? He's just like a warm, cuddly teddy bear, unless you're Chinese. Inside the box, you also have a certificate of creation and authenticity. This was made March 25th this year. It is the Medford M48. Check it. I mean, check it. You've got a burgundy, hard anodized, and very coolly milled show-side scale. You've got a reversible deep carry pocket clip with, and I guess it doesn't need a fill tab. It is its own fill tab. You've got a PVD-coated titanium frame and lock spring with a lock bar stabilizer. And look how thin, guys. Look how thin. It's a ball bearing flipper. 1/8 inch stock or so. Very nice drop point. Cool detail. How they reinforce yet thin the tip. I think that's super cool. Very nice. It's like the Medford team grew up and they made an actual usable, carryable pocket knife. How about that? There's your lock engagement. They don't need no stinking insert. They don't need no stinking insert. Zero blade play, zero stick. Still firm lock bar tension. The centering is very close to perfect. It's kind of hard to tell with the dissimilar scale materials, but anyway. Condition's going to be like new in the box. These are out of stock. When they were available, web retail was $500. This one can be yours, $450, like it is. $470, I sharpen that S35 VM blade. By the way, 3 15/16 inches of blade length, 4 5/8 of handle. That is efficient. Do that math. So yeah, $450 like it is, $470 sharpened on the the Medford M48. Next up, another one I teased you about, and this is the Rob's Pick for tonight's sale from Chris Reeve Knives. We have a small Incosi inlay, inlaid with black canvas micarta and an Insingo blade. It's going to come with a Think Twice, Cut Once pocket slip. And it's going to come with this here birth card that tells us it was born October 10th, 2019. And it comes with all the other goodies. In fact, this knife is so new, nobody's taken the lanyard off yet. Look at that little beauty. I could find nary a nick or snail trail anywhere on this knife. Oh, misfire. There's your Insingo blade. There's your lock engagement. Pretty early for a ceramic ball. Silky Chris Reeve smooth. Blade centering is dead on. Condition is like new in box. They're out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they were $475 at every retailer. This one can be yours for $450. Like it is, $470 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Chris Reeve Small Incosi Insingo black canvas. Next up, got one from Spyderco by way of Golden, Colorado, USA, right here on Earth. Yeah, as Brian used to say. Let's see. Native 5 lightweight with the black FRN handle scales. Still get the bushing pivot though, I believe. Or do you? I don't know. Maybe not. I think you do because that's awful good. Dead centered. Solid lockup. Free dropping blade. By the way, it is S30V with that gorgeous tumble polish. Such a good knife in the hand. That one is like new in the box. And a perfect example. Map pricing. Minimum advertised pricing is $120 at your favorite retailer. Let's do this one at $95. $115 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Spyderco Native 5 Lightweight. Next up, this is the other Dragonfly from Spyderco. Seki City. It's just a Dragonfly 2. Just a Dragonfly 2. Just hey Bill, you're a law. Anyway, look at that. Black FRN. Volcano grip. Deep carry. Paperclip clip. VG10 blade. Rock solid lockup. It's just not been used at all. Blade centering is dead down the middle. Condition like new in box. You can buy one of these brand new any day of the week for $73 at your favorite online retailer. Then you pay a little shipping, pay a little tax. Or just buy this one, all in, priority mail, shipped to your door, $50, $70 with my Edge on it. That's the Spyderco Dragonfly 2. Next up, from Maniago, Italy, by way of Sulphur, Oklahoma, we've got a lion steel from collectorknives.net. My buddy and brother, Mike Latham. Here we go. It is the Roundhead Barlow. Silver twill carbon fiber titanium bolsters, all crowned liners and backspring. Spear point M390 blade. Double long pull and a cut swedge, and that beauteous lion steel edge. 3 3/4 inches closed. 7 pull. Perfect walk and talk. Centering is down the middle. It is like new in the box. These are available at Collector Knives Net, brand new, for $135. This one can be yours, like new in box, with that beautiful green distressed leather, almost a Horween looking leather. CK slip, $115 shipped, priority mail, $135 with my Edge. That's the Lion Steel CK Roundhead. Next up, very interesting knife here, boys. From MKM, which is Maniago Knife Makers, Maniago, Italy, we have the MKM Root, which is a titanium-handled fusion slip joint. Designed by Jens Anso. So all titanium handle, beautifully milled. Cool backspacer with an integrated lanyard loop. Some little blue anodized accents around the pivot. You've got a modified sheep's foot blade. Look at that. I haven't seen that Jens Anso Maker's mark yet. M390 blade steel. So you got 2 3/4 inches of blade, 3 13/16 inches of handle. Very good in the hand. 7 pull. Perfect walk and talk for the type. Blade centering is, sometimes it looks perfect and sometimes it doesn't. On Phosphor Bronze, by the way. Condition is like new in box with, check this out, a magnetic pocket slip. So this part goes in the pocket and then that part sticks outside and it kind of just holds itself there with a magnet. How about that? How about that? So yeah, like new in box with magnetic slip. These are $128 online at your favorite retailer. You can buy this one though for $105 like it is, $125 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the MKM Anso Root. Next up, got another one from Maniago Knife Makers. And this is the MKM Edge, which is kind of interesting. This has a titanium handle with a bronze ano, blue pivot collars. Same thinking on the backspacer. Titanium with an integral lanyard loop. And this one is 3 15/16 closed, with a 2 7/8 inch blade. That's kind of a reverse Tonto. What's that designer's name? I do not know. M390 is your blade steel. There actually is a slight yokote right here. Kind of cool. Very piercy. Half stop slip joint. About a 7.5 pull, we'll say. Centering on this one, dead down the middle. Condition's going to be like new in the box. These are available online for $155 at your favorite web retailer. We'll just do this one at $120, like it is. $140 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the MKM Edge. Next up, the last of our Italian contingent tonight, from the Viper Technocut line. We have a Viper V5994CN, which is the Viper Hogue 2. Hogue 2 comes in that beautiful Viper slip. The Hogue 2 is kind of a cool knife. It is another half-stop slip joint, titanium frame, natural canvas micarta inlays, or covers, I guess you could say. Nice lanyard hole. You've got 4 1/8 inches of closed length with a 3 3/16 blade. That's a pretty slicey looking affair. Very cool. M390 blade steel. Man, that feels like a pretty good edge. Toothy. Great walk and talk. Again, about a 7 pull, maybe a 7.5. Perfect centering, like new in the box with slip. These are running $174 at your favorite web retailer. This one we'll do at $140, like it is. $160 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Viper Hogue 2. Next up, got one from James brand, with the wooden and felt stuff going on inside that slide sleeve. Okay, and this is the James brand Wayland, which is sort of a fusion Barlow knife, right? Black canvas micarta covers, all blacked out hardware liners and bolsters. Got a nice big lanyard hole. This is 3 13/16 inches closed with a 3 1/16 blade. Very cool sort of modified worn foot sheep's cliff. Nice pull. Very interesting. I like it. Blade steel is S35VN. It is a half stop slip joint. Pull weight's about an 8. Not light. Walk and talk is nice, but not snappy. More hydraulic. Centering's down the middle. It's like new in the box. These are selling at a web retail price of $189. This one can be yours for $140, like new in the box. $160 with my Edge. That's the James brand Wayland. Next up, another from James brand. This one comes in the same sort of sleeve, but has a different inner box. Kind of interesting. You've got to gently pull this tab, which releases that, and then it opens up. Gee, that's not going to break off. At all. And it's very hard to get back in there. Anyway. So here's the knife. This is a good little Sunday go-to-meeting knife. It's the James brand Pike. So stainless steel frame with rosewood inlays. 3 7/16 inches closed. Nice little sort of black and gray lanyard. And then it's a half stop sort of slip joint. Warncliffe blade. 12C27 steel. 2 3/8 inches. Now, the half stop is like super mushy. So the walk and talk kind of isn't good, but it's weird. Pull weight is about a 7. It's kind of a proper walk and talk. Centering's perfect though. And Let's see. Yeah, no side play. So web price on these is $129. I think you buy them direct from James Brand because it's kind of goofy. Let's do it at $75. $95 with an ApostleP Edge on that 12C27 blade. That's the James Brand Pike. Next up, our last fusion knife in the sale, and our last knife in the sale, but there's one more coming. This one comes in a nondescript little box. Proudly designed, machined, and assembled in Texas? What? How can this be? How can this be? Tactile Knife Company. This is a slick little package, guys. Look at this. Intricately milled a la lion steel, titanium scales, super slim internals. There's your back spring. Look at that blade. That's like 90 thousandths maybe. Tactile engraved into the flats. Blade steel is what? Magna cut? You kidding me? It weighs nothing. Little stock lanyard tied into that internal lanyard post. Got two little, I guess you'd call those fullers. They're just very lightly engraved, but they grab your skin. So it's just a pincher. And look at that stunning little clip point. Looks a lot like that Kershaw Federalist in Magna cut, by the way. So 2 13/16 inches of blade, 3 7/8 inches of handle. It's a half-stop slip joint, and again, it's kind of funky at half-stop, but not nearly as bad as that Pike. Just has a little rock, but it's not going anywhere. Walk and talk, actually not bad. And the centering is going to be, it's going to favor the right as you're looking at it. So they're saying they're heat treating their Magna Cut to 61 Rockwell. This was born on Groundhog Day this year. It's like new in the box. Web price on these at your favorite retailer is $199. We're going to do this one at $150 like it is. $170 with an ApostleP Edge. What a slicer that will be. That is the Tactile Bexar. The Bexar. Last item in the sale is not a knife. It is a Pelican 1170 case. It's a little dusty, but no worse for the wear. And not only is it an 1170, but it's an 8 knife 1170 with that closed cell foam insert, waffle foam on top. Super secure, near mint. It is its own packaging. These are $85 web retail for that inserted knife model. It can be yours for $70, shipped priority mail. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another knife sale on the ApostleP channel. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Rendezvous time. Now commence to clicking.